Bob Aoun joins us for this episode of What's Next. Bob is the Regional Sales Director for Poly HP. Hello, Bob. How are you doing?
Good morning, Aki, and thank you for having me here. I'm very excited.
No, it's a pleasure. I remember doing an event for Poly a few years ago, just before you were acquired by HP. And of course, Poly's got that legendary technology. When we talk about picture quality, as yours is at the moment, it is really, really amazing picture quality. But before we go ahead, am I correct? Poly was acquired by HP in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. What were the benefits of this acquisition for Poly?
Yeah, that's correct, Aki. You're right. We were acquired by HP in 2022. Now, before, if you allow me, before to get to the benefits and how it is affecting both companies that are based on history of innovation from both sides, let me take you a little bit of a background about Poly, how Poly as well was created, and then we will be able to link this to our days, and why what is bringing to HP and what we are benefiting from HP. So Poly in itself is a combination of two legacy and very large companies that are based on innovation, Polycom and Plantronics. Now, Polycom, they were the pioneer in introducing video conferencing and specializing in human connection and the experience that any two people, when they meet virtually, how they can sound the best of themselves, how they can look the best of themselves. So it is a history of innovation in terms of video conferencing. And then Plantronics, from this side, it was a pioneer in terms of audio connections and audio conferencing. They were the pioneer, the innovator of professional headsets that it is used for business or as well for a very advanced niche businesses. It's not a secret, and we take pride when we say the first words that were aired from the moon to the earth were aired through a Plantronics headset. So we were in 1969, the innovator, the first headset in the whole world that Neil Armstrong was using. Similarly,
Wow,
if we
I did not know that. I did not know that, Bob.
yeah, this is exciting news, in fact. And in fact, if I look fast forward to HP, I see very similarity between both histories. HP started by creating those oscillator in 1940 that Disney Studios used them in Fantasia. So from this, you will see that we've been separate earlier, but we share the same values of innovation and helping people to be the best whenever they want to connect, they want to collaborate, and they want to look the best of themselves. So in 2022, HP saw a big interest in and so the growing needs for the customers, for the people that we serve in hybrid work. And this has resulted in an interest in joining both companies together. And since 2022, we are a part of HP. And this allowed Poly to benefit from the big machine that HP presented and the sustainability arms, the education, the sense of serving our customer as in HP, the security, the software and management platform that they provide to bring it together to Poly. And then together we are leading and we aim to lead the hybrid work and to provide something seamless and something meaningful to our customers and partners.
Well, look, it sounds like a perfect marriage, with both of you innovating the way you have, and of course, the deep legacy that you both have in innovation, and the customer bases that you both have. Now, the pandemic, I mean, this period drove hybrid working. We know how everybody just worked remotely, and Poly as a company, you guys must have done really well from the lockdown and the pandemic, because it forced people to working remotely. You wanted the same quality of audio and the same quality of video to come up. How did you have to adapt to new developments in the voice and video conferencing industry? Because if I remember correctly, the event I did for Poly was, pre-COVID. And I'm sure so much has happened from then till now. I mean, even the software platforms that are doing video conferencing, even those are completely different today from what they were in 2020.
True, true, and in fact, it's very exciting journey, Aki. So I like the way that you're putting it, and you sound positive when you're talking to about the pandemic, where we need to remember that at the same time, this is a change that happened to all of us, to the human race, and everyone was addressing this in a way or another. At HP Poly, the pandemic was just an enabler for people to know what we already have. The communication and the video conferencing and the platform, as you rightly mentioned in our events, it was there since many, many years. We started this journey of how to facilitate people to communicate together. So prior to the pandemic, I'll put it in a simple words, the way that I feel it. I like to see how we use this technology in every word. When I was going into my customers and sitting with my partners to understand the challenge they have, and I had to explain to them how efficient and how good this technology is, and why you don't use it. And there was in the whole customers and stuff. Oh yeah, we like to have it. And someone where we were having this in some terms, it was mainly driven by the leaders of a company, where they need to be everywhere and they need to connect. So this was a little bit like it is there, a technology, nice to have. And then, boom, the pandemic happens, and people were forced to go home and to be locked up. But imagine that those people are used to communicate together, and life needs to continue. So the best way, and it was a big challenge for the IT directors and the people who bring this service to their employees, to create something or to find any solution. So they were going left and right to say, hey, we need a professional communication. What can we do? How can I connect with my boss? How can I connect with my customer who is miles away? How can I defy this distance that it is here? And here, yes, we were here and we were ready. We were already doing what we're doing. So the opportunity that opens to us is, it opens like folds and folds. We saw a surge of people across the whole work styles and a workforce that are in need of this technology, so that they continue what it matters for them, which is their work and their life, to be able to communicate with everyone. And then the funny part is, when we were in the pandemic, there was a lot of uncertainty as well about, the work style has changed. People will not come back to work, to office. Office is from the past, and now we need to stick to the remote work and stuff. But guess what? It's not. It's similar to anything in life. We don't fully understand it and adapt it, except when times pass on. We discovered that people, once the pandemic is over, that all of them, they wanted to go back to the office, because from one side, the business leaders and the employers were seeing a little bit of shift in efficiency and productivity of the employees. And they were blaming maybe, oh, they work at home, maybe they are not very performant, or the other way around. But so we heard a lot of employers across the globe that are forcing the employees to come back to office. However, and this was in terms of 22, 23, if we remember. And then what we missed, and now it's very interesting what we are finding nowadays with 2024, that employees now, they have the freedom, and they are saying to their employers, yeah, I want to come back to my office, but as per my rules and the way that I be able to give you more and to be more productive to you. So give me this flexibility. They didn't let go. And this was another challenge for the leaders to say, okay, what do I need in order to make my people more engaged to me and give them this proximity to work and this equality and the flexibility that they can work from wherever they need, as long as their connection, they sound the best of themselves, their voice is heard inside the company. And here as well, where it benefited our technology, that we were based on innovation, on experience, on people, because we always think that it's about the people, it's not about the technology. And what we are trying to innovate is to understand how people uses the technology and what they need. And this is exactly now in 2024 where I believe we reach a way where it's not going back to office, it's not a forced, or working from home, it's not as well forced. It's just giving to our employees the freedom, the flexibility, but we need to equip them with the right tools so that they can deliver what they need to deliver, and in the same way wherever they are. And this is how it impacted through those 5-6 years that we're in. And I believe truly that this is now becoming ubiquitous. So earlier when we were going to an office, or we have a meeting in an office, we wouldn't think that, there will be a screen in the office and I need to have a remote or virtual meeting. Now it comes without thinking that, oh yeah, when you receive an invite, the first thing you look at, okay, the office address, and then, oh, where's the link? Where's my Teams invite? Where's my Zoom invites? Where's my Google? Because I have my colleague who is not be able to join, but he needs to be in this meeting as well. So this kind of equality is what we strive and are keen to keep on delivering to our customers and partners.
So, Bob, based on your experience in the industry, we know where we've come, and we know where, what the adjustment has been made. How do you see the workplace continuing to evolve in the coming months and years?
This is a very, very interesting question, in fact. And based on many research that we had, prior to the pandemic, there was an estimate of 90 million rooms that in the world that only 10% are enabled with a proper tools for video conferencing and virtual meeting. So employers and companies, after the pandemic and the effect, and they are currently changing the spaces and the meeting rooms where people needs to come and to communicate to each other. So there is a big, if you want, a work going on in order to reshape the spaces, and the spaces are shaped based on the needs and the way that people now expect to work. So earlier, if you remember well, all meeting rooms were four walls, thick walls that you have a door. Nowadays, you go to a meeting room, it's glass mainly, or it's open space, or it is a room that flexible in terms of space. I can reshape it. So this is affecting now the office and the work that is done, and the insight that our solutions and part of the platform that we provide. And this is where the interesting part of AI comes in, because we started this journey some time back. We can collect insight on how the spaces in every meeting room is used, and how the people are using those tools, and we adapt to it. And based on those insights, the IT directors and IT managers are taking this into consideration whenever they want to reshape or redesign their workplaces.
Okay. And when it comes to work from home solutions, I know that you've got quite a few solutions that Poly has. What are those most popular ones that you see that people are using when they're working from home, and what makes them so unique?
True. So it's interesting. I'm in my home office, and I think that you're seeing me in a good way, and you're hearing me as well. My audio is correct, and I'm not distracted. Our meetings is not distracted by anything, because of though I am in open space and everyone is here. So what I am using, I'm using a professional headset, which is our flagship Voyager Focus, which gives me the freedom to move. I can move wherever I can, and it has the advanced audio AI, which enables me to ignore all noises and just focus on what I need to deliver to you. So you're not hearing around me what's going on. I can assure you that I'm at 2 meters. I have cars. I'm on a highway, but you're not hearing anything from this. At the same time, I'm not disturbed by those sounds, because my headsets, which is very comfortable, and this is why we call it the wearable, I can put it and I can use it for long hours. And at the same time, the same technology that we have on our headsets, we have it across a very wide portfolio. If and depends on your work style, what you need, you can find something that will suit your way of work. We can have, if you like, the one with the wire, or the one with the Bluetooth, or the one that you will need for 100 meters to walk away, and maybe you need something that will last for hours and hours without being charged. All of this are built in a very large portfolio of professional headset, and tools that we provide. Not only this, I have next to me as well something what you call the Sync 20. It's a speakerphone, a very intelligent and sleek, very nice design speakerphone. Where if I don't want to use my headset, I'll put it aside, and then I can connect to my speakerphone. Or while I'm doing my emails, I can still listen to my preferred music at the same time. And not only this, in my home office, I have something else, which is as much as I want to sound good and very comprehensive, I need as well people to see me in my best shape. So I'm using our professional webcam, the P5, which comes with autofocus. If I'm moving, if I go, it will track me. It will recognize my face. So directly it opens my calendar, and I can choose which invite that I need to attend, or which meeting I need to attend. It has, at the same time, it offers a microphone, so that it can recognize my voice, and at the same time, it can recognize a human voice and a human sounds vs any other voices, like a dog barking or someone working on his laptop, for example. And all of those technology that we're bringing. So you have, or in collaboration, I say we have three axes: the video with the best quality, the audio with as well a high value and very good quality, if we can say, and the collaboration. And collaboration is to be able to share with you something. Now, the whole thing, those tools that are powered with AI and can understand the way I am using them, and they can adapt, it needs at the same time to be very flexible and certified and recognized by any platform. I'll give you an example today. You sent me an invite on a platform that it is new, Riverside, for example, and we are connecting through it, and it recognized directly my camera. It recognized directly my headset. I didn't have to do anything, and this is because we take into consideration wherever our customers needs to connect to, whether to Microsoft Teams, which is widely used across the globe. We have the largest portfolio that it is certified, natively integrated into Microsoft, or even Zoom, similarly, or Google Meet, the same way, or even many platforms that our products are seamlessly integrated into those products, so that our customer can just plug them and use them and make sure that they sound the best of themselves.
Fantastic. Wow, there's a lot of technology in what you're talking about there, and it's absolutely amazing. Your picture quality, by the way, is excellent, and your audio quality is very good. So I can confirm what you're saying. Do you see any interesting trends across your products targeted at home offices? Now, we discussed around that home office. What are you seeing?
Around the home office, there, about home offices as well is, I'll give you a small example, that when you shared with me this link, there was guidelines about brightness, about what to connect and stuff like that. So imagine that you didn't need to send all of this, because my tools knows all of this, and they can directly let me know that, oh, you don't look best here, you need to do that. So what we introduced, this is the concept that we have. We introduce it as we called it Studio, and Studio AI, Director AI, which is based on everything that relates with the experience that our customers want. And we deploy it across all our portfolio, whether headsets, speakers, or even cameras. Now, the new things that it is coming is how we can make those tools more flexible. And if you want to use it in the office, or even use it in your home at home, what can we do? And this is where we call the modularity of our product and our wearables. That the new Voyager 4300 series, that will adapt to home. And not only this, we have our IP telephony platforms that exactly you still see a lot of people who needs their handsets to call, and the handset needs to be as well connected in their home offices. So this is exactly what our portfolio has in addition, and we brought to our customers, where they can be more flexible. They can use the HP laptop that they know it is highly secured. They have everything. They move around their home office or around the house using all of this new technology, whether the new webcams or the new headsets, the Voyager series, the 5200, and a lot more of those units.
Very interesting. Bob, hybrid working ensures that there's still a significant office working component. And we've seen that shift, right? Now, people are going back to the office. They're spending, whatever the ratio is. Some companies is a 60-40 split, others is a 80-20. Everyone's kind of adapted to this new way of working. How do your office solutions benefit businesses adapting to the new way of working?
True. In fact, I will go back to what we said first. Now, the challenge for our employers and the employees is one thing: how we can make a seamless connections and an equity between whomever and wherever you are working from. So if you are connecting from outside the office or you're connecting in the office, one thing comes to our mind is, can we give something that for our employees that they are familiar with? And this is exactly what they use at home, for example. Can they use the same thing in the office? This one of the questions that we ask from an operation point of view. And for that as well, we, after many researchers and many surveys that we conducted, we understood the challenges of most of the companies that they need. And mind you that we as HP, we have thousands of employees across the world. So we are the first customer of ourselves to understand, okay, how can we adapt to this new way? So one of the big challenges in the office, as we said earlier, about the redesign of the spaces where earlier it was a blocked meeting room, now it is open, or we have glasses, or we have the lighting is not correct, or we need something else. How can we make it future ready, those rooms? And for that, we created the concept of modularity. And modularity means what? Means that I don't want to be fixed or to be obliged to use or to shape my office in a certain way to be able to use the technology that you're providing. I have this meeting room that it is a huddle room, a small room, and I have the largest room. What can you do? And this is the concept of modularity, where we have a very large portfolio of X series, a winning design 2023, one of the best product that we brought, built on a platform on a HP Poly OS that offers an incredible picture quality and audio quality that you can connect it either to your laptop or connected, use it as a all-in-one bar. So those video bars that offers multiple way of connection adapts to the way that you're using. Not only this is a full family of what we call the Studio X series. And the Studio X series as well, we are evolving into this to make a Studio V series where it offers more connectivity, flexible way to use them, where in any way that you need in your office. But the challenge does not end here. The challenge ends, okay, if you have rooms where it's not the same shape, and there is at the far end, you need someone to be is talking and sitting on top of the table. How can you make sure that your camera is powerful enough to go and to focus on this important person who is talking and he needs to be heard? This is where we introduce our E60 optical camera 12x zoom, powered as well with our director AI that has all the software that we've been talking about. Another interesting part of the technology that we brought to the office to enable the office to be future ready is what we call the center of the table, the E360. The E360 will allow you put it in the center of your table, and if your all the team is sitting around, everyone when he is speaking he will be projected, framed, and directly focused. And the people who are outside of the meeting rooms will see similar way as now me and you are talking. We have the same square, we're at equal distance, and everyone is being his voice is very well heard.
Now, Bob, let's look into the future. Now, one of my dreams, I remember, playing around with this technology a few years ago was hologram technology. But of course, it was very hardware intensive, and you need a lot of bandwidth to make that kind of thing happen. But you know, that was more than a decade ago, and I'm pretty sure that we're going towards that at some point. I don't know. I want to hear from you. You guys are the expert at HP Poly. What voice and video conferencing technologies excite you in particular, and what do you see going forward from a conferencing point of view, and the future? What does it look like?
Aki, spot on. I didn't know that you're as well futuristic in your vision, but you're totally right. Hologram technology was there since, and we used to have prototype on it, and I was very happy to go and show it to my customers and saying, oh yeah, this is what you have, and it was like literally 20 years back. So nowadays, and interesting enough that this did not die. The idea is still there, and it's all about how we can improve the experience. And for that reason, we have partnered with Google to bring to, and we just announced it in InfoCom like a couple of weeks back, a new technology on video conferencing that will be based on the Starline platform of Google, which is a 3D video conferencing experience. That means you sit somewhere, it is based on the hardware that we provide, and with collaboration of Google, when you are talking to the far end, you will see him in 3D. So, for example, right now, me and it's 2D. You see the screen and you see me, but you don't see how far is my wall behind me. With this new technology that we're bringing, and we're very, very happy and very glad that we are collaborating with the leading and who doesn't know Google and their innovation. With Google to bring it to our customer, where it will bring the experience of video conferencing to the next level.
Wow. That is super exciting, because and I guess that this kind of technology breaks down so many barriers. So I look forward to that. I mean, it's been amazing listening to you and hearing your insights on where we're going with video conferencing and working from home, the camera systems that you guys at Poly have got, and your relationship, the partnership between HP and Poly. It's amazing, and the innovation that goes into your products. Bob Aoun, the Regional Sales Director for Poly HP, thank you very much for sharing those insights with us. We really appreciate your time.